Okay, so this year's Galaxy Unpacked, we talked a lot about Z Flip 5 with that huge cover display, Galaxy Watch Classic with the rotating bezel comeback, and the humongous giant Tab S9 Ultra. But the least attention was given to the Z Fold 5. And I would say this is the S23 Ultra of foldables. Let me explain why. So you get this box, it feels like one of those expensive wallet boxes. You get the phone, some paperwork, Type-C to Type-C cable, and that's it. Minimal life. Also, you get these cases with it. This one is pretty cool. It has like a pop socket behind it, and this metal ring feels so premium. Also, you get this S Pen case, and Samsung has managed to make the S Pen 41% slimmer, and it does all the things you can do with the previous Fold, but better and in a smaller form factor. Anyways, now there are three striking differences when you hold the Z Fold 4 and Z Fold 5 side by side. Number one, flex hinge. Now when you pick up both the folds, by looks there's not much difference. Like on the back, the camera island is now changed, the flash is on the right. But if you see both the folds sideways, the Z Fold 5 now shuts completely closed. This is the new flex hinge. Like, hold on, I can show you in a better way. See, if I pass a light through them, the Z Fold 4, you can see the light. Whereas in Z Fold 5, there's barely any light passing through. Now you would be like, Pratik, how come that matters to me? Well, now if you keep your Z Fold 5 in your pocket, there's less chance of dust entering the inner screen. And now, since the hinge is new, it is slimmer now. And most of the time you hold the fold by the hinge. Although the Z Fold 5 is now 2.4 mm slimmer, and compared to the Z Fold 4, it is only 10 grams lighter. But in the hand, the Z Fold 5 feels much lighter. You get Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2 on the cover display and back glass, which should make it better to drops. Let's test that on this table. 3, 2, 1. I'm not doing it. I'll have a heart attack. I can't do it. Number 2, folding display. Now you get the same 6.2-inch HD plus 120Hz AMOLED cover display. It can dynamically switch between 48 to 120Hz depending on what you're doing on the screen. The inner folding display is a big 7.6-inch 120Hz 2K AMOLED display. Like, if you see in real life, this screen is about like 75% of the size of this diary. It is big when you unfold it. Now this year, the most notable change is the crease. Like, if you see Z Fold 4 and Z Fold 5 side by side, visually there's not much of a difference. But when you move your finger over the crease, the Z Fold 5 feels lesser creasy, if that's a word. Now, in simple words, there are 2 to 3 ways to fold a display. Like, for easy example, imagine this paper to be a display. One way is to just take it and brutally fold it. But now, you can see the crease. It's just bad. Or you can delicately just make it fold like this. Put all the pressure here and it's completely shut now. So you will have a lesser crease. Now this year, Samsung has managed to make the folding radius more and overall less folding pressure on the display over here. As an engineer, I found it fascinating to share with you. Also, the display can now go 1750 nits instead of 1600 nits, so that shiny HDR Netflix movie will shine brighter. Number 3, software. A bunch of improvement that I felt was in the software of the Z Fold 5. The Z Fold 5 comes with Android 13 right out of the box, and this is One UI 5.1.1. Now the major change is the animation. Like, see, side by side, if I just open Chrome and swipe up to go to the home screen, the animation on Fold 5 is slow, but it's so smooth in person. Plus, you can now just pick up images from gallery. Let's long press here, remove the background, swipe up with the other hand, open WhatsApp, and boom, you can just drag and drop images. So this here you have multi-finger gestures. Also in supported apps, if you fold the screen like this, like suppose YouTube, you get all the media controls here at the bottom. You can pause, you can move forward 10 seconds, back 10 seconds. Also, the Z Fold 5 gets 4 years of Android updates and 5 years of security updates. Now, so far, for me, that is like the biggest environment-friendly feature. Like, give updates, let people use their phone longer. Anyways, we'll have less e-waste. Finally, before we get to the cameras, you get the latest flagship Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. This is a custom Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 build for Samsung phones. It has a slightly faster CPU and GPU. So if you compare it with the Z Fold 4, it scores about 15% more in benchmarks. In real life, apps still open faster. Putting apps to split screen is again faster. Even multitasking is faster. Opening multiple apps from the dock is faster. But it was already faster on the Z Fold 4. And while playing BGMI, now we'll play at HDR 60 FPS. So overall the gameplay was really good, but getting a bigger screen doesn't make you come first. I'm still second. I believe Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 after like 2 to 3 years is the GOAT processor Android has got. Like it just gives day-to-day performance improvements. And that performance improvement shows in the camera as well. You get a 50 megapixel main camera, 12 megapixel ultra wide and a 10 megapixel 3x telephoto lens. It's about the same camera as last year. And we took some photos with the Z Fold 5. Photo looks vivid, eye-pleasing. It has that sharpness. We took a few photos side by side with the Z Fold 4 as well. The Fold 5 photos feels a bit sharper, but that is due to the new processor. You can do 8K 30 FPS on the main camera. We also took a video in 4K 60 FPS, and if you slow it down, it looks beautiful. You get the same 10 megapixel selfie camera on the cover display that can record in 4K 60 FPS. And you get a 4 megapixel under display camera. Now, we have tried all the foldables this year from Xiaomi, Vivo, Oppo. The recent one which launched in India, the cheapest foldable Tecno Fold, but more or less all of them are beta or unfinished product. Samsung has like 5 generations of lead. There's not a single foldable in India that can compete with this. I would like to put forward my wish list for the Z Fold 6. Like A, make it lighter. The S23 Ultra weighs in like 235 grams. Bring the fold closer to the weight of a normal phone. B, somehow just make the S Pen go inside the fold. Like I've already made the S Pen so thin, just See, I would like to give it to you guys. Comment what you would like to see in the next folding generation. About this, without confusing it all, the pricing is unchanged. You get the Z Fold 5 for 154,999. There's 8,000 bank cashback and 5,000 upgrade bonus. So as simple as it gets. If you want a fold in 2023, this is the only foldable I can recommend without a second thought. I think there's also a lot of confusion between a normal phone and a folding and flipping phone. We got this comment and frankly, none of us had an answer. So if you think we should compare a normal phone versus a folding phone, let us know your thoughts on it. We'll for surely do that. This is Pradeep signing off. See you in the next video. Pew, pew, pew.